I'd go from bronze to mythic. If I could only open some rares.
That's freaking terrible.
But we'll work hard to solve the format.
7 wins.
And I'm sure we'll make it there.
All right, what's up, my friends? Welcome to Bronze to Mythic.
I will take the ring to Mordor.
Lord of the Rings edition. And of course, we're having a blast so far. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the buttons on YouTube. And hit that like button, helps out a ton. Train yourself. Hit play, hit like. It helps out a good amount. And about to do draft number 3 here. We're Silver Tier 3. And Premier Draft Lord of the Rings. Having a good time so far, honestly. Really enjoying the flavor of this set. Really enjoying. Honestly, it's a somewhat simple set with a lot of the complexity baked into the flavor of the set. Just kind of like the cards are evocative. They're fairly simple. No flip cards. Not that many novels on cards. Having a good time so far. And enjoying the mechanics and just having a good time. So make sure to check it out, of course, on the old YouTubes. Episode 1 and 2 are up on YouTube now. We've got Bronze Mythic up. You have 10 new brews going up, set reviews, and so on and so forth. So open up our pack. We see the drafts with the rankings are now here. They weren't active previously because obviously it was like the first day of a set. Number you see here is the LSC ranking from a set review. The bottom number here is the dynamic ranking based on games played on Untapped as well as the cards you already have. So we have 2 great red-green cards here in Strider, Ranger of the North, and Friendly Rivalry, which are both excellent. A bite and a really good creature. The rare is Shagrat Loot Bearer, which is an equipment card. Don't like those. We got Golem's Bite, which is a disfigure with upside, which is pretty sweet. And then we have a bunch of green cards. Porter, Enraged, Miramare. We got a Warg, the Bad Pacifism. This is a tough one, actually, because there are a lot of green cards in this pack. I think Strider's probably the best card. I think I agree with the rankings here. I'm going to take Golem's Bite. We're passing a ton of red and green cards, and better signal. Single color card over a double colored card, more likely to play it. Got a bite here. Gonna fire up the old bite skis, and
It is a gift.
moving on to pack number 2, Grima Wormtongue, 1/4 for 3, can't gain life, and tap to sack a creature. Kind of cool with like threaten effects. You've already been Rakdos before, but you know the card's pretty good. A lot of black cards here, like middling black cards. You know, Knife Wound, Vanguard, Casting the Fires are all just okay cards. There's a Lord of Westfold, which is a pretty awesome card, but more of like almost like a red-white card. 3/3 when ETBs pump up your humans, and if our human ETBs do the same thing, but of course if we're not really white, we're not really gonna matter that much. Just get a Wormtongue here, I guess. Take another black card. Card's pretty good. Just, you know, it's a horn turtle with a lot of upside and turns off the foods as well. So I'm in. Not a very exciting start to our draft. Just 2 decent black uncommons. And we get past a ring sight. The metaphor, a ring tempt you and search library for a card that shows a card with a creature. Pretty bad tutor. Lash the Balrog. Love me some Generous End. I think this card is phenomenal. The best of the land cyclers. And the land cyclers themselves are all really good. So far in our first 2 decks, we played 14 lands both times, with 4 land cyclers in each deck. And every land cycler, my current heuristic is that it's about 2/3 of a land, because land cycling 1 is so much better than land cycling 2. It's not even funny. So we got the Generous End. Lash the Balrog's fine. Not like super excited about it, but it's just okay. We got a row here also. I might just take the Lash, actually. Right? We'll just stay on color. I'll take Lash. You pass a lot of green cards also. Just going to stay on color for now. The Troll's very good, too. They're all very good, honestly. But the life gain on the end and the stabilization of the end is pretty insane. So, alright. We got the old Grond here. Grond. As long as you control armor, is an artifact creature, which is obviously very good. We have Olgic of the White Hand, kind of like an okay card. Haunted Marshes is kind of cool with sacrifice stuff. This card plays very well with Golem's Bite. I'm sorry, with Lash the Balrog and with Grima Wormtongue, which is kind of cool. But not a card I would take this early. And then just some middling whatever cards. Just like Grond here. Try out the old army stuff. Pretty happy with Grond. So mono black so far. Looking for a second color. Looking for something to believe in as usual. We see a pack that's pretty weak, honestly. Just some middling cards. Took Reaper's fine. You know, the War Beast, whatever. But Haunted Marshes fits our deck perfectly. Cheap sacrifice fodder for our Worm Tongue and our Lash of the Balrog and more things probably. And pretty happy to pick up 1 or 2 of these in the draft. Don't want to take them too high or too early because you don't really want more than like 2, I would say, because there's definitely a diminishing returns there. So take the Haunt, and we are
Bingo! All right. I will take the ring to Mordor.
Claim the Precious. That's insane. So we have a 6th pick, probably the best black common. Claim the Precious here. These sort of hard removal spells are really, really important. We found in our first few drafts that killing big things is important. And this is just murder with upside. And nothing else pack is even remotely close to this. So, mono black so far. Snarling Warg. Shire Scarecrow. Couple of white cards that are okay. Just take the Warg. Warg's obviously fine. Not the most exciting card ever, but it's fun. We got Swords of Asclepius. I think the Protector of Gondor is pretty good. Just your usual, like, 3/3 that makes a 1/1, but not worth taking an off-color card for. Take the Warg. Shire Terrace, Wizard Rockets, some other middling cards. We're taking a colorless card here. Rockets is good if you're like playing red and playing sacrifice stuff, but just gonna take Terrace here. So, the Friendly Rivalry somehow tables.
Inconceivable!
This card's really good. Of course, the problem is it's a red-green card, and we're currently mono-black. But this is just like a super good bite. Also, the Bag End Porter tables, Breaking of the Fellowship. I mean, I'm going to take the Rivalry. We'll see where it takes us, but... Alright, Easterling Vanguard. Just totally fine, 2-drop. Revive the Shire, Willow Wind. Willow Wind's fine. Gonna end up blue. So we're just black and looking for something else to believe in here. Ristic Buddy reset, thanks so much. Grand. Alright, let's take the bow, I guess. I don't know. We got a Crusher and a Hobbit. Take the Crusher. So we're black and then free to take whatever rare we open in pack number 2, which is going to be Gandalf the Grey. Gandalf is not that exciting, honestly. 3/4 for 5. When you cast an instant sorcery spell, you have to do something, but the things aren't that good. And like, it's just a 3/4 for 5. I think it starts pretty well. We've got Claim the Precious again, which is probably gonna be our pick. Also, Eomir, Lord of the Riddermark, which is a pretty solid card, but we're not obviously necessarily red yet. Same with Smite the Decibelus, also an excellent card, but yeah, double Claim the Precious is phenomenal. And pretty easy claim. So, staying the mono black path, looking for something to believe in. Another Golem's Bite. I mean, it's pretty excellent. Celeborn and the Wise. Whenever you attack with one or more elves, scry 1. Whenever you scry, it's like also one each turn for scry. So this is an okay card there. Pretty easy Golem's Bite though. Just nothing in the pack is remotely close to it, and it's the on-color card. So mono black still rolling here. We've got some pretty good removal spells. A lot of good removal spells. Would like some big ins here. I think, honestly, blue might be a good pairing. Some card draw and some big flyers to go with our removal spells, which is very reasonable. So, we'll see how that goes. Again, I want to remind you all, if you're watching on Twitch, hit that follow button. On YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And again, on YouTube, I know I say it a lot, but it's been helping the channels out a lot, so I'm going to keep saying it. If you have a half a second and you want to support a content creator that you like, whenever you engage with their content, take that half a second and like the video, like the post, like whatever it is. It takes less than half a second to click a like button, and it does a lot for the algorithms to make things go really well for us. So if you want to help out your content creators that you like, hit that button. Helps out a ton. Voracious Fell Beast.
Bingo!
Kind of busted uncommon here, honestly. Just 4/4 Edict on a large creature. Makes a food. Still, no reason to deviate here. There's also a Smite the Deathless, so red looks a little open going this way too. But we see a rare and an uncommon missing, so could have been like a red rare or something like that. But yeah, pretty insane for us. The Fell Beast. And now we see a Brash Instigator, which is a very good card. Another Friendly Rivalry. Also a Bats and a Haunt. Now, here's the question of the inflection point. Are we going to go red or not? We have basically 0 red cards. The Crusher is very mediocre. However, this does play very well with our Worm Tongue and other possible sack outlets. The Bats are also pretty good. Although honestly not like that. We don't really do a ton with the Bats in this deck so far. Sure, we'll take the Brash Instigator. I know we've been Rakdos a lot in our first few drafts, but Councils and Deliberations is a pretty cool card. Also in a Willow Wind. Fear Fire Foes is great. So as we noted in this pack, red seems pretty open because of the two Deathless. And Fear Fire Foes is great. It's a removal spell that might just be a 2-for-1, which is great. We had Oath the Grey Host here, got a 3.5 from LSD. Let's read this card. Mana for a saga, each player makes a food. Each opponent loses 3 life, make a treasure, and make 3 spirits. This card seems, I don't know, looks pretty bad to me, but maybe we'll try it at some point. But Fear Fire Foes, easy pick here. And it looks like we're pretty safely into very heavy black, splashing for a little bit of red. Butterbeer is a pretty good card. Pretty late for Butterbeer. Butterbeer, Great Hall of a Citadel, the Grey Havens, EDB Scry 1. Honestly, this card's like, if we're mostly mono black, we can play this card as a Scry Lamb, which is kind of cool, so. Another Kingfisher. We saw this card a lot in the last draft late. This is probably the best blue common. Just still going super late, so make sure you pick this card up if you can. This card's really, really good. Right, the Hornberg makes some tokens. That's fun. We got some tokens here. Good sacrifice stuff. And then nothing else really exciting for us, so we're definitely red now. Super late Bitter Downfall. Wow.
Wow.
That's surprising. I mean, this is a top flight removal spell. On par or better than Claim the Precious. Here at an 8th pick. So black's unbelievably open. And actually, if it's Gimli, so black and red are super open. If it's Gimli, it's pretty good too, honestly. But Bitter Downfall is where it's at. Eomir also tables. Damn. All right. Yeah, we're in, folks. Black red it is. Stayed open. Found the lane. Pack's not very exciting, but sure. Yeah, whatever, sure. Rivalry and Grey Havens. So we're currently at about 17 playables. A little light on 2-drops, but here's Goblin Fire Leaper. There he goes, 2-drop. This card's okay. It's not like the best card ever, but it's fine. Late Eagles of the North. Also one of the good land cyclers, but take the Goblin. Late Arwen's Gift. Pretty good card. And Willow Wind, sure. Alright, I mean, sweet. I open up the Doors of Durian. 5-mana artifact. Whenever you attack, scry 2. Then you may reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it in the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Pretty interesting card. We're playing a lot of spells. And while I think this card is pretty powerful, I don't think it's like great for us. We obviously could splash it pretty easily. We have the Grey Haven, the Shire Terrace. Wouldn't be that hard to splash. The problem is this package is like so bad. There's very few cards I actually want anyway. Also Saruman the White, which is a pretty good card too. Splashing Blue, perhaps. We actually have a lot of 5-drops though. I'm going to take the rare. I don't think we're going to play it, but I'm going to take it, and maybe we end up trying it out. But much better pack 2 for us here. We got the Uruk-hai Captain, also Storming of Moria and Mordor Trebuchet to table possibly. A pretty easy captain here. Blam! Taking the rare. Resub. Thanks so much. Moria Marauder. The Goblin. Cue the Mod Monday theme, folks. This pack's insane for us. Holy crap. Moria Marauder, March the Blackgate, Gimli, another captain, and Snarling Warg and Lancer. Wow. So, pretty easy March here, I think. I think we took the captain over March last time. I think March is really, really good. I'm going to try out March this time. And then maybe we'll table one of these, honestly, because black and red are super open this draft. Take the March. Alright, so that helps us out with our 2-drop problem also. I'd say we're not playing Doors of Durian. Doors of Durian seems really fun. I hope to play that card at some point. Another Gimli, Counter of Kills. How are we on 4-drops right now? We currently have... We're not playing the Crusher. We've got Bitter Downfall, Grand Warg, and that's it. Gimli Counter of Kills is a 4/3 trample. Whenever creature opponent controls dies, deal 1. We've also got the Berserker, which is just a really solid 3-drop. We currently have... not that many 3s. We might table the Gimli from our pack 1 also. I might take the Berserker here. We only have 4 3-drops. I'll take Gimli.
It still only counts as one.
Lash of the Balrog again. Rise of the Witch King. Pretty cool card. Powerful pack, honestly. Really, like Butterbeer, Rise of the Witch King, the Wind Lord, Kingfisher again. This card just goes so late. Another Lash of the Balrog. I think we can take Lash here. We've got a decent number of tokeny stuff. The rest of actually bad too, so. Cash in the Fire. Another Lash of the Balrog. Pretty easy Vanguard here. The third Lash of the Balrog is just super diminishing returns, and the Vanguard's a good 2-drop. It also makes fodder for our stuff, which is great, so let's get our mass going. Another March of the Blackgate.
Inconceivable!
Wow. All right. We're killing it. This card is quite the snowball. We got crushed by this card in one of our last drafts. We just could never size up against it. Yeah, sure. Grey Havens again. Snarling Warg. I think we're pretty good on playables at this point. So, I think the splashy card maybe. Ring Sight, Rush the Room, just a bunch of garbage, whatever. Sure. Patrol, Rockets, yeah, this is pretty all pretty reasonable. There's Gimli. Yeah, I need Gimlis on a table. Sure. I don't think we're playing 2 Gimlis. Yeah, just like Legend Rule stuff. I don't know. Berserker tables, yeah, our deck was super open. This is great. We actually have 0 land cyclers, which is interesting, because we didn't have that last time. Last time we had a bunch of land cyclers, so we'll see how this wants to roll out. But overall, I'm feeling pretty good about this this deck here. I'm not gonna lie. Last pick, Cash into the Fire. Destroy it! All right, so Draftsman says we've got a over 1,000.
Bingo!
Almost 1,100. So Draftsmith agrees this deck looks pretty damn good, and we'd love to see that. So put that in the board. Let's go over here, and usually default to 16 lands in best of 1 anyway. I think we're just gonna play it like this. I think Dead Marshes, Balrog, Fear Fire Foes, Golem's Bite, a lot of removal. We have 4 drops, a 5-drop, a 6-drop. Also, our deck is very, very cheap. So it's pretty easy, I think. A lot more black than red. Probably do 9-7. We're not going to play the Grey Havens because having a colorless Scryland doesn't really seem worth it for us. And then we're not playing Terrace either. And all in all, this deck looks pretty nice. Pretty nice. So, I'm in. That's the deck, folks. You know what time it is. It's prediction time. Time to place your bets. What do you think? 7 wins? Yay or nay? Place your votes on Twitch and then on YouTube. Take a second, pause the video, liking the video along the way, please. And leave a comment, all caps, believer or non-believer. What do you think? 7 wins, yay or nay? We're currently Silver Tier 3 in Episode 3 of Bronze to Mythic. Let's rock and roll. Fallen Gandalf. Love it. We got a lot of believers, folks. This deck looks pretty damn good. I'm also a believer. So, chat, coming out with me. And hands great, keep. Let's rock and roll. Haunt the Dead Marshes. Scry, Claim the Precious, keep it. Alright, let's go. Swamp go. So we're going to go Mountain. Attack for 1, Fire Leaper. I'm not a big fan of this Fire Leaper card, but it's fine. It's possible 2 for 1. Obviously, we can like sacrifice it, pump it, and sack it. It's kind of cool. So, opponents got priority here. Land Cycler. It's funny. One of the things I low-key like a lot about the Land Cyclers in this format, aside from the fact that they're all really, really good, is that whenever you have one, they very well disguise instants. Because, you know, Arena has the problem where it auto-passes priority. So if I go Mountain Go, and I have a shock in my hand, it'll keep pausing. And if I don't have it, it'll fly right through. It's a pretty instant tell on the 1-mana spells. So with these things, they only cost 1 and they're always available because they're colorless. So at any point, it could always be a land cycler. So it kind of like mitigates that, which is kind of fun. So, all right, play a land. 3 kill spells and a Gimli. We're just going to pump this attack. Not the most exciting turn, but whatever. Then they pretend I have an instant setting. You just like set a stop if you want to. But I agree. I think that like Arena should have slight pauses built in where if you don't have a shock and you play Mountain, it like occasionally will stutter a little bit, you know, to try and hide it. But all right, Kieran from Dunlan, Orc armies here. think we just Gimli and then we can attack with the Goblin and offer Goblin for the army. Or you just say go. Because you can also just like pump this and lash the Balrog. So you just play Gimli and just say go. You can't play at full priority. It's just hell on earth. You know, the speediness of Arena is what makes it so appealing. But I think they could make the experience like, you know, 5% less efficient to hide the instant stuff a little better. Gimli, no!
Don't tempt me further.
Alright, we have a ring-tempted birdie. We're going to untap and drop Bitter Downfall. Alright, so... I guess the Fire Leaper is going to attack here. We don't really want to kill this with an actual spell. They have a Barad-dûr also. That's pretty crappy. So they can spend 5 mana and make a 2/2 when things die. That's not cool. It's important to note that if we kill both of these, it's not a 2 for 2. It's just one card right here. So this card's really good. Let's attack. They're gonna block? Wow, alright. Let's pump it. So we'll just trade our Fire Leaper for their Dunland and thing. It's fine. It's 2/2. Sure. Alright. That works for me. The ring falls helplessly to the ground. Our hand is all removal spells. Unfortunately, a hand of all removal spells isn't great against Barad-dûr, but alright, so there's an enraged thingy. Easterling Vanguard. Let's fire up Bitter Downfall would actually be more mana efficient, but I think getting the ring going seems reasonable too. It's also an instant, so.
Don't tempt me further.
Alright, we've given the ring to this freaking dead floating elf thing. Great Hall of a Citadel, sure. Snarling Warg. We're just gonna keep killing stuff, so. Lembas Spread.
The salted pork is particularly good.
Draw land. Alright, so we're just gonna lash the Balrog, I think. I could also claim the Precious and then Vanguard. I can't actually, none of the blocks, so just do this. Just like yes for 5. Kill this, whatever. Attack for 1. We've got our handful of 2 kill spells and a threat, which is pretty good. We have a looter now, or a looter next turn. Crack the bread.
The salted pork is particularly good.
And attack for 1.
Wow, it's like there's a party in my mouth and everyone's invited.
They play Call of the Ring. That's pretty good. Upkeep the ring tempts you. Whenever you choose a ring bearer, you pay 2 life and draw a card. It's kind of a Phyrexian Arena-esque card. But no creature. That's good for us. So, we don't draw a spell. We draw a land. We get to attack here. This was attack and play Vanguard and hold the land for a loot off our Precious. So, deal 1. They have 2 pretty good engines here in Barad-dûr and Call of the Rings. So, like, this game is looking a little dicey. Both these cards are very good against our kill spells. Alright. They have a lot of mana. Confounded old Peregrine Took. Have you been fooling foolishly again? Armor tokens you control die. So now if I kill this, they have enough mana to make a 1/1 amass token. Which isn't even that bad, I don't think. I guess the problem is it gives them a ring bearer. I just don't want them to have a ring bearer. You know, like, that's the main issue. Because they start drawing cards. I gotta kill this. Just kill this and attack. I also get to go to chapter 2 and then loot, which is pretty high value too. So let's kill old Peregrine Took here. Fool of a Took. The ring temps.
It is a gift.
And then we'll leave it on the haunt, I think. And attack. Loot skis. They make a 1/1. We always want them to block because I want them to not have a ring bearer next turn. So draw another land, sure. A lot of lands, but thank God for the old loots. They're gonna block. Wow. All right, sure. That's a very, very bizarre play from our opponent because the Call of the Ring doesn't really do much unless you have a ring bearer to pay for life and draw cards. So consider me thrilled. Exactly. We're gonna play. We have no 6 drops, right? We do. Fell Beast. All right, let's play land. Play land, say go. They go to the 4th chapter of the ring, but again, they have nothing to bear the ring, so the ring is just laying on the ground. Here's Bag and Porter, and they have enough mana to make 1 amass token. This starts really good. Fear, Fire, Foes. Yeah, right now, yeah, this is tough. So ring bearer can get in for free. I can loot. Now, I guess I can just like, what is this? This is every 2 mana is, so we tap this, tap 1. We have, if I say go, they can make a 3/3 army and then make it the ring bearer. Because ring bearer doesn't target. So like if I kill this in response to the thing, they just make a thing in response also. Damn. If I kill this, obviously. That's the point. So we're going to attack for 1 and loot, I guess. These 2 rares are really grinding us down here, unfortunately. Loot again. Another Vanguard, sure. Guess we just say go. Make a 3/3. So it's a 1/1. Oh man, this is tough. This is really tough because the thing is, if it's a 1/1, they get to attack with it. Otherwise, they can't. So they can loot also. I'm just gonna say go. Say go. Let them call the ring. So I'm gonna pay 2 life and draw a card. This is the first. I think it's the first game in this format that I felt outclassed by rares. That's how like removal heavy decks go though. So if there's good rares, it's hard to go for it. So we're gonna kill this so they can't loot, and then they can make a 3/3 army. Yeah, I mean actually this isn't that bad. So we kill this. The sequence here is kill this. If they want to make a 3/3 army, they can, and then I untap and kill that and attack. And then they're off the army train. So we are also killing them. Now they're at 10. This costs 2 life to draw a card every time. Attack for 4 here is pretty good. So alright. Alright, so X equals 3. Kill this. We've wasted a lot of removal spells on not actual cards, which is not good, but loot, the Warg, it's pretty good. So discard that. They're at 6, and I have a 4/4 menace in my hand. It's pretty good.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
A little life, not cool. Can they find a creature is the question. The Grey Havens, EDB Scry 1. Oh, it's green because of the green legendary in the graveyard. That's funny. I'm like, what legendary land is this? So it's taps for green, Scry 1. What's up, Raph? Won't spoil the first 2 drafts. They went pretty well. Check them out on YouTube. Episode 1 and 2, Bronze and Mythic. Episode 1's already up. Episode 2 goes up today in about 3 hours. They're going to Entish Restoration to sack a land and get 2 lands. That does not seem like a very good thing for them here. Get 2 lands, sure. They have 4 mana untapped and a food. We've got a Warg teed up, a Loot teed up, a Fell Beast. That's pretty insane. Let's attack with everything. Fire up the loot. Our hand's already great, but yeah, I would just get rid of the Balrog here. Get rid of the Balrog. Put them down to 2 life points. Alright, sweet. So our opponent, like, just couldn't cross the finish line here. They have a lot of powerful cards, but they couldn't stabilize. And I think this game was lost when they decided to block with that 1/1 and not call the ring it and get that ball rolling again. Because they have all the engines in the world, but they just don't have time to use them anymore. Fangorn!
Oh my god, Becky.
Look at that booty. 7 mana for a 4/10. Should look at Vigilance. A Virtue Folk attacks, add a bunch of green. Alright, so unfortunately, it will fall to the Voracious Fell Beast. Make a food, put him in 1, loot. Rally or gate. We're gonna keep the rally here. Alright, you're at 1. Urukai Berserker. Legendary. Would you really give this guy the ring? Come on. Here's a rally. Send it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bronze Mythic, Episode 3. Sorry, Gandalf. He fell. Alright, so Paul's deck was pretty good, but they misstepped a little bit here and there, I think. I think we were good to go. And, of course, now, let's keep on rolling. Remember, folks, Bronze Mythic is brought to you by
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
another Gandalf avatar here. Thanks for following T-Data. If you haven't followed the stream, hit that follow button. Of course, watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Hands great. 1-drop, 2-drop removal spells. Keep. Mountain. Sure. The dead marshes. Let's try one. Mountain. Bennett. We got the Urukai Captain. A couple kill spells. Red and green. Sure. So attack for 1. Got a bad feeling my captain's going to take a bitter end here, but there you go, buddy. No more spells, please. I mean, no more lands, please. Nope, still alive. All right, cool. These lands are very unmagic-y. Not a big fan of these lands. Art's cool, but it's not... I don't know. Is my Urukai captain going to bite the dust here? The leader of the orcs.
What your elf I see?
Alright. 2 kill spells in hand. They're going to play the Brash Instigator. They're going to amass 2. Steal my creature. And attack with it. It's funny, it's like we could just like block this, then play from the graveyard next turn, but that seems kind of not worth it. So if I draw a spell, I cast it, I'm like, yeah, that'd be perfect, exactly. So play land, play Berserker, and we've got make the captain into a creature, they can double block. So, and then the ring doesn't do anything for that because these aren't. So I'm gonna put the ring on the marshes again, just attack. They want to trade Mohaunt for Brash Instigator. It's fine by me. So there's the ring.
I will take the ring to Mordor.
So then block here. I'm pretty happy about it. They don't want to block. Also awesome. Cool. I have a legend, so I can return this next turn. I can scry 1. So I got some kill spells in hand. I could also play Haunt from the graveyard and then lash the Balrog for 1, which is kind of cool. If they kill my Urukai captain, so be it. We'll find someone to bring us back later. This requires you to have a legendary creature in play to do that. The Rohirrim. Gotta give the ring to the orc army. Alright, sure. Do your thing. They're gonna attack. Yeah, sure. This is like a pretty aggressive attack here. We're gonna play a swamp. I think we're gonna bring this back and then lash and kill this and sacrifice it. Could downfall, but this kills anything unconditionally, and we get a scry off this also. We get to attack for 5 against their attack for 2, which is pretty great too. So yeah, let's just do this. So here's the haunt. Scry 1. Top card is Grima Wormtongue, which is actually really, really cool with the haunt. And keep this. Then we'll lash the Balrog, sacrifice creature, kill this, sack the haunt. Then let's get in for 5, which is a pretty good bop. Next turn we have Wormtongue or Downfall. A lot of options next turn. I think the attack last turn might have been a little aggressive on their part because they would probably prefer to trade. The Breaking of the Fellowship. Damn. Fellowship broken. This card isn't better than it looks. This card looked terrible when I did my set review. It's actually played kind of okay. Damn. Alright, that's why they're so aggressive, because they have a bevy of removal spells. Sure. Here comes the army. They get to loot. Discarding a Oliphant. We draw the Wormtongue we knew was there. Alright, yeah, just play Wormtongue as they go. The loot effect of this the Ring Bearer makes it a lot better. Swarming of Moria, make it a 4/4. Alright, so now it's the thing we're just gonna kill the Bitter Downfall. This is sort of like the downside of the amass mechanic of putting all your eggs in one basket. So now their entire card just went into this thing, and now I can kill it with one kill spell. So I think it's important to be aware of that and like not go too big on your army if given the option. We draw a Brash Instigator. ETB amass 2, and we can steal a creature, non-legendary creature. Opponent controls a powerless threat. So we can use this later with Green to kill something. But for now, we're just going to cast Downfall. So we're going to attack for 1 and just kill this. This comes in tapped, right? Yeah, so attack for 1. I'm actually just wait and see if they amass again. Hold the Downfall and just say go. All right.
Oh my God. Don't do this. Please, don't do this. Get up. Let's get up. Don't do it. Man, don't do it. No, don't do it. Think of your family. Think of your fans. Think of everybody. You gotta be kidding me now.
Oh! All right, so one of the key things we do here on Bronze and Mythic in the early levels is we're going to be pointing out our opponent's mistakes. Now, that's not to make fun of our opponents at all. The goal is to have you learn so you don't make the same mistakes, all right? So when you play a fight spell or some sort of spell that relies on targeting your own creature, that's a spell like that runs the risk of getting blown out, like just happened there. So you go for your Ents Fury, your opponent kills it in response. They just got a 2-for-1 and huge tempo. Those are the kind of plays that win or lose a game of Limited. So it's very, very important when you have cards like that to take a second and be aware of what your opponent's doing. So when your black-red opponent passes with 3 cards in hand and it just says go, the possibility of a removal spell is fairly likely. And you may not know exactly what one it is, but you should be training your limited brain to be like, all right, hold up. We can just take a second here and not do this, you know? So, yeah, gotta have the warning bells. You know, you could like even like hedge, attack for 4, and then do it. If you do attack for 4 and have a kill spell, I'm probably going to cast it. And if I don't, maybe you can go from there. But just going for it like that in your main phase is pretty rough. You know, it's a very risky thing to do. So, attack with the Wormtongue. Play Gimli.
I still only count as 1.
Counter of kills, say go. Alright. War Beast of Gorgoroth. Say 5/4. They're going to fight again, it looks like. That's pretty good still. Alright. So they're going to have a 6/5 whenever it or a creature dies. Amass Orcs 2. So that's pretty good, honestly. We have the Mass the Black Gate. We have the Haunt, but yeah. Alright, so play this. Mass. And then we're going to just do this, just so go. We can, like, block with this token and then Worm Tongue. The problem is that we want to keep the army going. Yeah. Attack for 6. I think we're going to take this, actually. We'll just start stacking by using the Haunt to block every turn. So we'll take 6. We want to get our army growing with the March, so take 6, go to 5. Hope it didn't draw a hit. Good. Fire this thing in.
I know what it is you saw.
Lash the Balrog. Alright. Easy game. Great draw, obviously. However, we kill this, they're still going to amass orcs too, but let's untap. We can kill this. We can steal the army that they get. Buttered Pooper, what's up? So what happens if I guess we can just wait, right? We can just like make our army bigger so we can eventually steal it. That's kind of cool. Let's attack. Let's do this. Let's just go attack. That means we're not spending any of our mana at all, which is kind of sketchy, but if I kill this, they make it 2/2. I still have a blocker for it also. I think I just kill this, honestly. Attack for 1. Let's grow our army. They're also at freaking 8, so let's kill this. They get a 2/2. Just gonna shut up. What's up, Boss Hunter? So, I'm gonna say go. We could have like sacked a thing and then stolen the army and stuff, but like I think they have mana up. We can just chill, I think. Here's Generous Ent. Sure. They make a food. That's a pretty big booty.
Oh my god.
This is power. We're close on the army, but not quite. They're at 8. If I steal the 2/2 attack with everything, it doesn't work. Alright, yeah, so just untap. Sure, this is fine. Not gonna sack either because I think that I'm gonna want the blocker next turn, so untap. Damn! Voracious Fell Beast. Alright, so now we're gonna steal their army and just sack it. I also get to amass my army too. Wait, no. It's a legend I got amass, sorry. Didn't want to sack the 1/1 because I want to keep it in play for a blocker. We drew Fell Beast. They're at 8. We steal it. Yeah, sure. So we're going to amass. Play the Instigator. Amass and steal this. 5/1. Yeah, I mean, sure, whatever. Oh, wow. Cool. So, I didn't know how this worked, actually, and now we know. So, it's obviously very difficult to have 2 armies, because that's not how the mechanic works. But if you do have 2, you get to choose the one you want to amass. That's cool. So, we throw this army, and they're going to block. We'll sacrifice it. So they're going to go to 7. We now have 3 blockers. And just going to play the Langs with the Fell Beast anyway. So hope you resub. Thanks so much. I know I'd go from bronze to mythic. Quarrel's End. Discard a card, make a token. I think this card's pretty bad. There aren't really any graveyard synergies in the set, so. Swarm Moria again, sure. I guess that's pretty good against my Fell Beast, which is kind of annoying, but now our army has grown to be a fairly large creature. We could actually just, we could also just sacrifice this thing in a mass too, which kind of gas. So, let's just send our army in. All right, so attack this. The army grows, and then I can sacrifice the. Yeah, so they're gonna make the kind of a massacre block, right? So we're gonna have an 8/8. So we do this. We'll sacrifice the Instigator and a mass 2 because it's legend. And we're gonna kill those 2 things. And then I'm pretty sure we just play our Fell Beast. And just say go. So think they're pretty dead. That works for me.
Game.
So yeah, I think that I think that game was mostly lost on that one turn where they went for that huge fight. If they had waited till I was tapped out, find a better spot, maybe they could have won that one, but that was the key turn for sure. Haunt of the freaking Dead Marshes. Haunt, Rally, Grima. Look at this. Look at this hand. This hand is, Mountain Go. Haunt. Ooh, Grand. Grand. Grand.
I know what it is you saw.
Eomer of the Riddermark. Of course, we have only 3 lands, but we have a 2-drop, a 3-drop, and a 4-drop, and a removal spell. We also have no way to amass just yet. I'm going to ship this. We do better, I think. Alright, so Boros, we draw a legendary 2-drop. Must be nice. Attack for 1. Play a Mon Capitan. We're going to get Deathless here. Or do they have a Land Cycler? Tell me, because Land Cycler is hiding the instance. It's so cool. So they go. Nothing. Okay. So they have a thing they can do and chose not to do it. So probably a pump spell of some kind. They're going to play their own Rally at Hornburg. And they're going to Ranger's Firebrand.
Don't touch me, folks.
Alright, we got a Ring Bearer, folks. And we draw a March of the Black Gate. Where's our Worm Tongue here? Attack for 1, play Worm Tongue. Set up for Grand into March the Black Gate. Yeah, pretty cool. We can use the temp mechanic to make our Haunt legendary, and then sack it to Worm Tongue to amass 2, which is pretty awesome as well. This is Joe. Joe the human. Joe's the legend. They're going to attack with both of their 1/1s into my 1/4. This is only our 3rd draft. I'm not super familiar with the tricks in the format. As a +3/+2, I know. I think I'm pretty happy with them using their trick, though, honestly. Our Worm Tongue is not that important. Yeah, this is fine. It's a block here. So whenever a thing like this happens, so your opponent is attacking, they're saying they have a trick. Your point of thought should not be, I shouldn't block because they have a trick. Your point of thought should be, okay, if they have a trick and I block, what's it look like for me? And I think trading here is reasonable. If they have a trick, we trade off our Worm Tongue. They waste their turn. I think the overall end result's pretty good. Do you block the Ring Bearer? Not the Ring Bearer. I think block the Ring Bearer. But I don't know. We'll see. What do you got? What trick? No trick. And of course, this is like a semi-bluff, so they have Smite. I think trading our Worm Tongue for their Smite, their turn, and their legendary thing is a phenomenal trade for us. So that was kind of like a semi-bluff, where they're repping a good combat trick, but they have a backup plan if it goes wrong. And that was a phenomenal exchange for us. That's part of blocking, where you block. If they have a combat trick, you lose your thing, so what? Sometimes they won't have it or won't have the ideal thing, and you make a phenomenal exchange just like that. So, play land, attack for 1, play Grand. Grand, 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 Grand. Green War Tongue's fine, but not the most exciting. Ooh. Shadowfax is busted. Oh my god, the best possible. We died on like turn 5 to a Shadowfax at some point. Now I can march, but now I have no blockers because I played this Grand. That was disgusting. Alright, we gotta kill this and play Rally, I guess. We'll have 3 blockers. We can crew the thing. So it's actually that bad for us. Alright, so let's play land. Let's claim the Precious. Yeah, let's kill Shadowfax.
Get off my plane.
Play the Rally and say go. And now I can actually crew Grand to block. And then I have March next turn to activate Grand also. This actually isn't that bad. It was a nasty Shadowfax, obviously. Putting in a 4-drop for free off your 5-drop is pretty wild, but... Alright. Someone cue the please God don't do this effect for my opponent. Can I block? I guess they just missed the, they just missed it. Alright, well, we'll take that. Works for me.
That's it. I'm going to clown college.
Didn't see the crew, which is fine. There's nothing really... In Magic, there are strategic mistakes and there are blunders. That was just a blunder. Nothing really exciting to say about that. You know, in the last game, I think our opponent made a strategic mistake, which we can discuss and have a good thought about, so you don't make the same mistakes. Blunders are just blunders. Oops, I didn't see it, you know? So, march to the Black Gate.
Time of the Orc has come.
Grand. Grand. And then we're going to attack with our Grand. This thing has Menace. We're at 7. If this dies, the ring tempts them, and they can make this into a looting 1/1, but that's fine, I think, so... I think this... Maybe I should leave this one back, because I want to trade with this. I have a legend, right? I have a legend, so... Let's do this, actually. I want to block with the Haunt, so... If you're playing at the pre-release, would you let your opponent back up that attack? No. You know, that's just... I mean, it's all in play. You know? Like, it's not like it's like a complicated thing, you know? Like... Here come the attacks. Alright, sure. So we're going to block here. Well, if I lose my army, though, I'm going to block with this. I'm just going to take the 2. I want to keep my army in play for March and for Grand, so... Yeah, I definitely, you know, at a pre-release will, like, remind my opponent of some triggers and stuff like that, too, but, like, that's just, like, it's just there, you know? Like, just figure it out. So, Grand is still a legendary creature. That's great. We get to bring back our Haunt. We have Claim the Precious and no good targets. Wudge, resub. Thanks so much. Month number 2, most important month. Welcome. Let's attack. Whenever an army you control does a bam bam. It says Menace. I'm gonna leave both these ones back to block. They're also almost dead too, which is kind of cool. They could club me. They do have Menace actually. Maybe I kill the Lancer. Play around the club. Because the club is sack creature deal 4, and that was a very aggressive attack last turn. So like that's a very logical reason why they have that. But I think I have to attack with the army. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're 1 short of killing them. Yeah, I'm gonna kill the Lancer with the Precious, I think. Lead back 2 blockers, amass my army, set up for next turn for the lethal. Smite the Deathless. Sure. Only have 1 card left. There goes my army. Oh no! Grond falls to the ground lifelessly. That's bad. Alright. We're going to Haunt right. I can't Haunt anymore either. I screwed up. I punted. That's my fault. I needed to do this before this thing went away. I crap. Couldn't crew a response. I don't think it's to crew it, but that's bad. That's very bad for us. Wait, I can still Precious here, so whatever. So we'll kill this. Let them go to chapter 2. Make our ring bearer.
I will take the ring to Mordor.
Play a land, and we'll do this thing. We'll just say go here. Yeah, pretty gross, though, to remove the Grand in combat. Look at these ring bearers. We got Joe and Frankie. I'm sorry, Jolena and Frankie. They're going to attack and loot, probably. Sure. They loot. Discarding a Plains. Gonna block with this. The ring is mine. Another Lancer. Man, a lot of 1-drops in this deck. Very aggro. Alright, so they have 1 card left. Here comes the Haunt. Scry 1. Swamp to the bottom. Grand. So, amass. Fires of the Grand. We're going to lead back 3 blockers for the Menace creatures. I'm still scared of dying to the 4 damage spell. And we just kill them in 2 turns. So, attack for 5. Alright. Now we're going to crew Grond. So, they're empty-handed. They have 3 smites. That's crazy. They're empty-handed. Now we're not playing on the 4 damage spell anymore. And we can crew it in response, so it'll still be a creature, which is fine. Unfortunately, our gates aren't very good anymore, but this puts them to 5. We'll crew it. Stay as a creature. Deal 5. And now, of course, they're dead to any crew or army. So we have a loot here, too. So play a land. We're just going to scoot. Sure. Game didn't feel over yet, but we'll take it. Alright, so we have Double March, Grond, Fire Foes, Eomir. Pretty easy keep. This is the kind of game where, like, if they don't kill this army, this game is going to spiral wildly out of control. But if they do, it could be awkward. Forest go. Alright. March. There's your army, so go. Next turn we have 4/4 attacker. So the only downside here is if they have a removal spell. I guess I would just get a new army then, right? So, alright. March it. If they kill it response, I get a new army. If they don't kill it, I'll have a... They should wait to kill it, so they let the resolve, make it a 2/2, and when I go to attack, then kill it. I could have played the... They have an Olifant, sure. Could have, like, maybe played Fire Leaper here to play around them killing it, but if this works, the game basically ends, so yeah. Oh my god, it's so big.
Good lord. Gigantism.
One of the most snowbally cards in the format, especially against red-green, when their removal just isn't big enough to kill it. Once it gets to a 6/6, they're dead, so... Glorfindel.
I know what it is you saw.
And that's the game, folks. I think the game's just over already. Double mass, not the 6/6. We're talking for 6 on turn 4 in limited. Already 10. Here's Fire Leaper, so go. We got Grond rolled up. We got Fear Fire Foes, our removal spell, a Haster. Glorfindel's not bad. The mana for a 3/2. Olkai Crusher can't even block. Oh, my opponent. Oh, my god. Oh, opponent, you're just dead. This just trades here. This can't block. We'll control Goblin or an Orc. I guess I just have no play here. So I'm just going to cast this. So, make my Goblin into a Ring Bearer. Give the Goblin the ring.
It is a gift.
Attack. Amass. Go to 1.
Very nice with my book.
So they're at 1 life with a Goblin Fire Leaper in play. That's also unblockable. Damage amassed and attack was lethal. What? I don't think it was. Doors of Durian. That's a fun card. Not a bad Ring Bearer. Give it to a Goblin. Scry bottom. Top card is a Ents Fury. And they're dead. Yeah, again, March, one of the most snowbally cards in the format. Once it gets rolling, it's pretty nasty. A lot of Gandalf avatars. Alright, let's go, March. Oh no, they're bronze. We are dead. So dead.
Ah, our hero returns.
I mean, when you got 2 marches, you know, you're going to have it in your opener a good amount of the time. We also have Rally plus Lash. Kind of cool. What do y'all think? I actually bought an avatar. I bought the Squee avatar to keep the Goblin theme going. What do we think? Squee or Karn? All capital letters, what do you think in chat? Squee or Karn for my avatar? I've used Karn since the beginning of Arena. And now I got Squee. Island go. Not seeing many islands yet. A lot of Squeeze. Reptar Hall. First time chatter. What's up, my friend? Welcome. Yeah, Squeeze pretty cool. I like Karn, but depends on the deck. Nah, we don't do that. 1 avatar, no sleeves. Keep it simple. In Marvel Snap, I use the Green Goblin avatar. You know, that's it. No title. I use the different Marvel Snap sleeves to differentiate between like my different decks, but not really an aesthetics kind of guy when it comes to things like that, you know? I was the only player in the pre-release at Command Fest. It was a 64-player, you know, like super pre-release or whatever on Sunday at Command Fest. I was the only player playing unsleeved with no playmat. Just who I am, you know?
Still a piece of garbage.
Love shuffling draft decks that aren't sleeved. And I love that like this set has no flip cards. You can actually do that, which is nice. Prince, I don't know this card's name. I don't know. Maybe you draw a second card each turn and make a human. That's pretty good. I think we Fire Foe is pretty good here. So let's play land, play March to Blackgate. You got your Galactus Spider Hand yet? No. Spider Hand's pretty good, right? Just nice shuffling an unsleeved deck of cards, you know? Just love doing it. I feel like it's a very, this is so good. This card's so good. Best white common by a mile. Aaron Rider of Gondor. 3/2 ETB draw cards. So good. I think that it's sort of like a relic of the old days. Back in the old days, like old PTQs or whatever, you know, there's always like the thing that the good players do, you know? And the best players back in the day never used a playmat, didn't use sleeves if you didn't need to. They would just show up with a deck box, with some dice, and paper and a pen, and that was it, you know? And, like, the player who had to play... Back in the day, like, a long, long time ago, playing with a playmat was the most uncool thing you could do. Like, if you were the guy at the PTQ with the playmat, you were dead money. You were an O2, you know, whatever. Now it's totally different. Playmats are, like, basically everyone has one. But back in the day, playmats were a sign of, like, a weak casual player. Just saying. I'm not calling anybody out, but, and like, as a player's played for 20 years, I still have that, like, mentality. Not the mentality of holding it against a player using a playmat, but the mentality of, I don't want to do that. So, I've been playing Magic since 2002, in PTQs for a long time. We're going to mass attack here, I think. We get to a mass, then we'll play Vanguard, probably. That gives one strap backpack vibes, for sure. I'm not saying... It's very, very elitist. Very, very elitist. I'm not saying it was correct or anything. But, like, that's just how it was back in the day, you know? Alright, so we're going to play Vanguard. Just say go. Set up for a nice Fear Fire Foes. Wipe these tokens out. Magic is definitely a lot less cutthroat than it used to be back in the day. Which is good, honestly. I would say overall good for the game. But let's have coffee and card games. My bag that I use for events is a small one strap, like it's a very small backpack. It's my ultimate bet bag Nicole got me. Oh, Fear Fire Foes. Let's rock and roll here. So under the Lash of the Balrog. So we're gonna go. We could like play a land. I only want red, actually. Okay, so we attack with everything. We're gonna end up amassing. Swamp, new sub. What's anyway from Malcolm? Let's have Gimli. Maybe just Gimli first, actually. So make a 3/3 attack. They probably block with the 3/2. It's not a very good trade for us, honestly. I used to wear Jenko jeans also, yes. I'm old. Just say go here. Set up for next turn with Gimli. It's not in here, I can't show you, but Nicole, very, very early in our relationship, gave me this awesome Ultimate Bet bag. It's like a small Ultimate Bet like backpack she got because she played it on Ultimate Bet a million years ago. It's a very small, light, like small one strap backpack. And that's my bag that I've been using at events for the last like decade. You know, like my bag has my deck box in it, my pad and pen, box for extra cards, and that was it. Damn. That's gross. Horses of the whatever. Bounce 2 things, scry 1, ring tempts you. That killed my March. There are very few actual bounce spells in the format because of the armies and stuff, but that was gross. That's nasty, yeah. Alright, so scry 1, pick a ring bear. Give the ring to the soldier.
It is a gift.
Attack with everything. Alright, so we're going to block here. This is actually really good for us. I think this might be... Because now I can amass and get my thing going again. So block this. Yeah. And then we're going to kill... Should I kill the prince maybe instead? I mean, we're going to kill the tokens next turn with the fire. Anyway, let's do this. Let's do this. So, down to 11, amass. Untap, draw mountain. So now we can go Gimli. Yeah. We could rally and then fire foes. So play Gimli again. They might blow me out here, but play Gimli, say go. I want the value from the few triggers here. I'm going to kill their stuff with the Fear Fire foes, so we can fire up a Hornberg, or maybe they'll block, and then I can use the I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's see what they do. They have 6 cards or 6 mana. I'm sorry, 3 cards in hand. Their deck looks very good so far. The Scroll of Isildur.
It is a gift.
Saga, Chapter 1, Steal an Artifact. Chapter 2, and the ring tempts you. Their deck's insane! Chapter 2 is tap 2 creatures and stun them. And Chapter 3 is draw a card for each tap creature. That's pretty good. They're going to loot, play an extra card, attack for 3, sure. We draw Voracious Fell Beast. Alright, so next turn my shit gets tapped anyway. We are going to... Pippin's gross. Pippin is really gross.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boy.
Okay. So next turn they tap 2 things. We're gonna kill the prince. X is 2. Kill this. Gonna kill all their stuff. And then we're gonna do some damage. Attack with everything. And then I guess we're gonna lash the Pippin off my army. The tap's pretty gross, yeah. We could just rally here and attack with everything, but they'll draw a lot of cards too, so. So they're going to tap 2 things and stun them. We have the Fell Beast too. Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape here, actually. We're just going to kill this. Just kill this. We also kind of want to sack a creature anyway, because we want to have them draw less cards. So kill this. Fear Fire Foes is freaking great. This card's really, really good. So they're at 4. We're at 8. They're also like, they're at 4. We have a 4 power creature in play too. And we have Fell Beast. We draw land. If we don't draw land, we have Rally and Balrog. So good deck, though. Attack and loot. Yeah, Gimli's been... Yeah, that's why I wanted to get Gimli in play before I lashed. I think it's pretty worth it, so. Gimli's stuck in jail.
They have a warrant for your arrest. You're going to jail.
Unsurprisingly, when you murder people and keep track of all the murders you committed, they put you in jail. It's kind of weird, but it's how it works. Take 3 off the Gondor. We're at 8. They're at 4. Alright, so we're at 5. They're at 4. That was so good for us. So good. Didn't draw land, though. Damn it. Alright, so still very good for us, though. So play a rally. Oh, actually, they draw a bunch of cards. They draw a card for each tap creature your opponent controls. I shouldn't attack, actually. Alright, we're going to Vanguard, and then we're going to sack the Sack the Vanguard to kill the Gondor. They aren't dead, are they? They're so close. They're not actually dead. If I attack with all that stuff, we draw a bunch. Hold on. This is 2, 1. Oh, I didn't. My bad. Welcome to Bronze Mythic. My name's Davis, pro Magic player and full-time content creator. I didn't realize this card gave haste to all of your humans. I just thought it was 2 tokens, they have haste. So, it's only draft number 3, folks. That's why we're here to learn. A blunder. A blunder has been called in chat. The blunder. So, if I attack, they're going to draw 3 cards, but they'll be at 1. I think I attack at 1. And sacrifice it. So, do this. So they go to 2. They only draw 1 card. We have Fell Beast and a bunch of creatures in play. I think we're good. Could have also sacked the Vanguard to get the March going again, but like, I think that's not going to matter that much this game, so. 4 cards and 7 mana. They are definitely in this. We are at 5 life. Gimli counter of kills has been pretty damn good this game, honestly. I am Gandalf, and Gandalf is me. Oh man, Protector of Gondor is so good against my Fell Beast. We didn't draw land? Nikes. Alright. They're at frickin' 2. Whenever their creature dies, they take 1. If I Leroy, they block this, block this. There's dead, right? Hold on. Is this trample too? Yeah, there's dead. Attack with everything, then at least a 3/3 and the one will die. Yeah, there's dead. Alright, so no matter what, they take 1 trample, and then 2 things have to die. Gimli, MVP. In our Fire Leaper, didn't even need our Fell Beast. Their deck was good. Their deck was really good. Multiple Protector of Gondors, good legends. Even though they're in bronze, it's important to note that like everyone starts in bronze. You know, if Reed Duke hasn't played Arena in 6 months and fires up the account, he's in bronze 4. So like, not every bronze or silver player is going to be like a newer player or an experienced player. So opponent's deck seems very, very good. And also because we got paired against them, it means they're doing well in their draft, and their MMR is also kind of high too. So, alright, so everything dies, and then you die.
Blouses.
Oh yeah, we're only playing 1 Gimli, right? That's a deck building choice. Level up. Let's take a look real fast. Timeout. Timeout! I cut one of the Gimlis. I feel like I had too many 4-drops, but Gimli is actually really good. Maybe we want both Gimlis. Our deck's very tokeny too. So we could have we play a second Gimli over the Snarling Warg, perhaps. I think I like that. Yeah, let's do that. The Warg it's just okay. It's not great. It's fine, but slight change. All right, 1 drop, 2 drop, removal spell, keep. 2 Gimlis are in.
That still only counts as 1.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Bottom mulligans? What the hell's that thing? Looking to get to gold. Draft number 3. Going for 7 wins, going for gold. I think we're 5-0, right? The dead mashes. Dwarf toss? Like for a fling? That would be pretty good, actually. We can keep this. Berserker. Berserker. Island go. Alright, here's a mountain. Attack for 1. Play Fire Leaper. Say go. Blue-red Survivor. It's a 1/3. That is a well-sized creature. Alright, so we're going to have Berserker. And the ring is going to tempt... I think the Fire Leaper is pretty good.
I will take the ring to Mordor.
Go get him, buddy. I'm an idiot.
That's it. I'm going to clown college.
One of the things that happens very often when you're streaming is that you have to use mental shortcuts. So instead of reading a card or like looking over what a card does, you make a mental shortcut. So for example, in the last game, I mental shortcutted, okay, it's a raise the alarm with haste. That's what it is. Not what the whole card does. The mental shortcut for the Ring Chapter 1 is often that small things are unblockable. That's your shortcut. That is what it is, you know? And because you're playing so much on autopilot when you're streaming because you're talking, things like that are going to happen. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, what are you going to do?
Would it help if I got out and pushed?
It might, yes. So, they ring bearer, but didn't... Why didn't they attack? Freaking Bilbo here? I couldn't block. They could have made a treasure. Very strange. Play land. Yeah, just gonna play Garon and say go. I guess I have to attack, right? Because they can't... I mean, this thing can't be blocked. They should have attacked last turn and didn't. Yeah, whatever. Just attack. Here's a Berserker. Get it for 3. Burblo Baggins. Biblo Bergens. Alright. Grond. However, this thing deals damage. Alright, same problem. See, I thought it was never a creature that deals damage. So, yeah. This thing makes treasures. Not giving it the ring is very odd. Bilbo's very good. Yeah, I think this card's excellent. Okay. Playing as a big 5-drop that I can kill. Grond. Really tanking here. Really in the tank. Great time to remind you all to go follow me on Instagram, go follow me on TikTok, Twitter, other platforms. Full-time content. Very, very busy week. Alright, so we can just like naturally crew this with the Berserker and attack. There aren't any like destroy and attacker cards in this set. There's just like Escape to Edoras or Banish from Edoras or whatever, which is a sorcery. So no punishment for attacking here. Kind of a weird, we left 5 mana up and just said go. 6 mana technically. They might have like the put it on top of your library or whatever card, but we're just gonna crew and attack. Yeah. Grond. Could have You Shall Not Pass. That's very fair. But I am not going to play around that. So, it's a 1 mana card, too hard to play around. You're going too many games? Awesome. Alright, so that's what I thought. Isolation of Orthanc. Puts it down there. I guess we're going to kill Biblo Bergens. We have another removal spell in our hand anyway. Like, it comes to a point where, like, treasure has diminishing returns. You just can't, play that many, can't use that many treasures, but let's do this. Alright, so let's start to target this. And then our ring bearer is going to be, I guess, the Berserker. I could have looted too, I guess. This is a sloppy game. Sloppy game on my part. That's alright. Fiery Inscription. Whenever EDBs, the ring tempts you, and if you cast an instant or sorcery spell, does 2 damage to each opponent. Kind of a fun build around, honestly. They're going to attack. They're going to loot. That's fun. That's awesome, Pickly. Anyone else going to too many games this weekend? I'll be there. Reed Duke will be there. CGB will be there. Voxy will be there. Lady Lavinius will be there. Aside from just being a super awesome con. Alright. Play land. Play Kingfisher. Damn. That's so good. No good trades here, that's for sure. I get to loot and play Grond if I attack. It's pretty bad trade, but I don't think I can turn it down, honestly. Card's so good. 1 card left. I trade Berserker for Kingfisher, and I get to loot. They draw a card. I could also kill their Survivor, honestly. We could sack the Haunt to Lash 2. Attack for 3, loot, play Grand. It's not the worst. That's probably better, I guess. We also just trade, too, like... We have no army for the thing, though. Yeah, alright. I don't love this. We're going to do it. Sack creature, kill this. Sack this thing. It deals a nice chunk of damage, too. They draw cards, just terrible, but whatever. We basically draw a card, too, by discarding this land. Discard this. Play Grand, say go. Now we have 2 legendary creatures. For Haunt. We might even upkeep Haunt, honestly. We'll see what happens. They attack, they loot. Card's so good. The Kingfisher is so good. I haven't gotten to cast one yet. I feel like I've drafted like 5 of these, and I have not cast one yet. There's Banish from Edoras. We take damage. Well, now I can't do this, so... We draw Gimli. That's my wee last Gimli! Attack for 5, say go. Alright, attack and loot again. Maybe upkeep Marshes and look for one of our army makers, maybe. This card looks fun. I want to draft this card and build around it. So far, my bucket list for this set is a Fire Inscription deck, a Doors of Durian deck. Can you stop? Alright. Come on. Alright, I think we're in trouble. Gandalf's Sanction's pretty good. Where'd this come from? Did they mill this? Oh, they looted off the thing. Quarrel's End. This is a pretty sweet deck, honestly. Very spell-heavy deck. Alright, so we get to like, Balrog this thing. I mean, we're at 10 and they're at 8. We're definitely still alive here. Any creature that can crew this is a huge attack. They only have 2 cards in hand. They keep looting, but... Faramir. Just 1 draft today. Faramir says, beginning of your end step, choose an opponent at the beginning of that player's next end step. You draw a card if it didn't attack you, otherwise you make 3. So they're going to draw a card. This card's busted. Alright. Beginning of the player's end step, if you draw a card if it didn't attack you, otherwise make 3 1/1s. So I don't the card's worse than the 1/1s, so this Faramir's busted, yeah. Just draw a card or make 3 tokens every turn. It's crazy. Think we're dead here. Their deck seems very good. Pretty fun deck, too. Like a very spell-based deck. No blocks. An Oliphant. Oh my god. Well, they are looting and we are not. And now we are dead. Alright, they got us. Yeah, deck's good. Dust Bunny coming in with a nice deck. Another bronze opponent. We're dead. We got our March on turn 2. We have Removal Spell, March, Downfall, Rally. It's an easy keep. We don't have any red yet, but it's hard to pass up turn 2 March. With a Removal Spell, too. Alright, laying up. Put a mulligan, too. Nice. Rima Worm Tongue. Low draw Mountain, obviously, but any land's fine. Took Reaper. Draw Worm Tongue. Alright, so if we attack here and they trade, we lose our ability to make armies. We have this thing, we can't use it yet. We're gonna kill this. I don't love it, but Ring temps them, no target. Attack for 1, grow the army, say go. Fool of a Took. So now we obviously don't care because it's going to be a 3-3, so we just jam. Getting bigger. Get that snowball going. Worm Tongue. Can't gain life is pretty good line attacks against this deck too, because the Hobbit deck's a food deck also.
The Celtic book is particularly good.
Mirror Guardian. We draw a swamp. So we could actually nope, it doesn't work. So the ring legendary can't be blocked with greater power. So if I were to attempt the ring and put it on the orc army instead of growing and block by this anyway, I gotta kill this, I think. Just gonna bitter downfall of the Guardian. Feels shitty, but like I think it's fine. Just gonna keep my army getting bigger. Ring temps them. They lose 2 life. And then do I attack with the Grima also? I think I do. They're just like dying, you know? So take 5 here, go to 8. And now we have like a legendary thing in the graveyard. We have a sack outlet that can make more stuff. They attack and loot. Also, we just draw a red source. We have a Threaten, a Gimli, and a Token Maker, which is phenomenal too. So 18-8. Boromir, Warden of a Tower. Great modern card. Opponent casts a spell. The mana was spent to cast it. Counter that spell. And then creatures gain indestructible. We draw freaking Grond, though. Grond. This does put all of our eggs in one basket, because if they kill our army, it's pretty bad for us, but attack for 5. Play Grond. They have a trick here, it'd be kind of crappy, but whatever. Just gonna go to they're gonna go to 3 with a Worm Tongue in play. That is a bold choice. Remand. That's good. Still getting used to seeing Remand in white. Alright, what's up? Worm Tongue taps 3 times and they die. We have a 6/6 in play. We've got a Grond loaded up. Also have Golem's Blight too. A little Ring Temptation from Beyond the Grave. And some things that should not have been lost. Alright, that's fine. So, Grima's gone. 4th from the top. I like the flavor of this card a lot. They're going to just jam. Wow, okay. Jam loot. And we get to just attack for 6 and play Grond. What do they have here? Protector of Gondor. So they can chump my army, but I have a Grond. So they probably chump with the 1/1. Attack for 8, but I have Grond in play. This game's a little tighter than I thought it was going to be, honestly. That's pretty good few turns for them. Let's attack. And the thing is, if we lose the army, we play Grond. I guess they lose their things too, which is fine. If they lose both of these, it's pretty good for us. So here comes the army. A mountain would be pretty sweet. Not going to lie. Combat. We have Eomir too, which is kind of nice. We draw a mountain. Or obviously, we draw all of our red cards are insane, so they're just gonna chump. All right. Well, here's Grond. They knew it was coming, obviously. So now we have a 5/5 trample and a 7/7 next turn, and then a mountain would obviously end the game also. Damn. Starting Peregrine Took. Down to 5. What is the last card? A Generous Ent. That's a pretty good one. Uruk-hai Berserker. Shit. we dead? I think we're dead. God, what a gross game. Like, we basically mulliganed to 3, and we're still, like, very close to winning. That was a pretty gross draw, too. Huh. Gron being the ring bearer doesn't do anything. Because it can't... It's blocked by a creature with greater power. And there are none. So... Am I missing something here? We got a chat. Lethal has been called. Chat's wrong, as usual. Let me just say go. We just Berserker and say go. Play Berserker. We'll have a 6/6 blocker and a 5/5 blocker. Oh, that just died though. Never mind. I have to attack. Okay. Shit. Alright. Attack with the army, one thing dies. Play the Berserker. I still die to the crackback. Yeah, we're just dead. I don't think we have any outs, honestly. Unfortunately, Gron not being... I mean, the opponent drew really well in his last few turns, and obviously we didn't draw any red, but... Block and sack. Yeah. They got us. Yeah, I mean... But opponent played well. They squeezed in their damage whenever they could, and they won the race. Yeah. Play Berserker and say, yeah, I guess. Well, they didn't need it, but they drew super hot anyway. All right, so we died with 4 red spells in our hand. Any one of them would have won the game easily. That's fine. It happens. All right, so March the Black Gate and the Captain and Grand. That's a pretty good hand. What's first? Is the Captain or the March? Not sure. We could have maybe looted last game. I don't know. Fear Fire Foes is great. Rivendell. Alright, so I think it's Captain, then March. Captain has Menace also. It, like, saves 1 chapter anyway. Oh, I'm sorry. The Captain works on the every amass. So if I March first, then next turn I attack for 3. That's pretty good. Let's do that. Yeah, so it's March. Get Snowball rolling. I was only thinking about the extra counter on ETB, not on the attacks, too. We're going to see the elves.
I know what it is you saw.
They have the tappy thing here. Yep. So this is going to kill my army. And then I draw a land. Alright, that's not ideal, but sure. Play Captain, say go. Need to find another source of army. We have the Easterling Vanguard. I mean, that's pretty good. So, not as good of a target for Leechcraft in the Captain. So now I just have an enchantment in play that pumps all my armies up, which is pretty great. So, tap that bad boy. Untap and draw a land for Grand. Grand. Next turn we have Rally and Vanguard to pump the Grand. 2 removal spells.
Good lord. Gigantism.
Watcher in the Water. 5 mana for a 9/9. ETB's tap with 9 stun counters on it. Whenever you draw a card during an opponent's turn, make a tentacle creature token. Whenever a tentacle you control dies, untap a Kraken and put a stun counter on 1 non-land permanent. Damn. Alright, sure. Alright, so we're going to rally. Wait, hold on. We're going to Vanguard and rally. We're just going to crew the Grond anyway, but crew with these two. Damn. That's a card. I mean, like, it requires, you know, drawing cards in your opponent's turn is not easy. You know, like, so we'll see what happens, but there are 14 and I have 2 good removal spells. Like, the main card draw spell in the format is Sorcery Speed. They're going to Leechcraft my Vanguard. I could Golem's Bite it, which I will probably do. We'll see what happens, but just bite it to get a 2/2 that cruise. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So instead, we're gonna bite this. They just love leeching. So that dies. Amass. Get a 2/2. And now Grond is on. Everything else is on. Fear Fire foes. Just gonna attack. Alright. They drew a card on my turn. That's shitty. So they get a Tentacle. And now if this Tentacle dies, untap the Kraken and put a stun counter up to 1 target permanent. Alright, I guess. We're not going to offer a trade, I don't think. This guy doesn't trample or anything. So attack with this. Now it's a 4/4. They block. Untaps the Watcher. And I guess now I have just like this 9/9 untapped. Pretty hard not to. Wait, I'm sorry. That's untap. Wait. Oh, right. Sorry. I misread the card. Okay, so it doesn't untap it because it's stun counters, and stun counters replace every untap. So it doesn't actually untap. We're good. All right, so we're gonna Golem's Bite on a 1/1.
I will take the ring to Mordor.
Let's say go. So now it's on 6. Grond is tapped, but I have a 6/6 and 2 1/1s. Can't loot yet, unfortunately, but yeah. This card's weird. You gotta draw a lot of cards your opponent's turn. We're going to stew the conies.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boy.
And kill my creature. I draw Lash the Balrog. Sure. Is this thing worth killing? I don't know, honestly. Let's go to combat. Sure. I don't think so. Just say go. They get to Scry since it's a legend. Sure. Scry 2 is pretty good. Maybe I should have killed it. I don't know. I will, like, eventually have to kill it. There's a Mirkwood Spider. No. Alright. I mean, I can't crew Grond. The spider can block. I'm going to kill the Watcher. Leave up a red. It will eventually be a problem, and also this will draw out an instant if they have one. And then I get to kill the Tentacle and the Spider by Fear Fire foes. Scry 2, sure. Bottom. Alright. Let's kill this. We just say go. No good attack. I'm sorry, I would trade the soldier for the... Actually, no, I wouldn't, because I have Fear Fire Foes now. Just say go. Crack the food.
Looks like meat back on the menu, boys.
Oh, that card's really good. Unfortunately, now if I Fear Fire Foes, I kill this thing, and then this thing... I kill my own creature, too. That sucks. Alright, sure. That's a good blue rare. Range of Let me draw another land, too. Come on, you're killing me here. Alright. They have a legendary spider, so they can scry. I guess I just do this now. Scrying has a lot of value at this stage in the game, too, so... I want to be tempted by the ring again, because I want to loot really, really bad. Need to draw a spell. Spell. Knights of Dol Amroth. Draw land. Come on.
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
Alright, let's say go. Birthday. I know I'd go from Gron to Mythic if I could only amass some orcs. Alright, yeah, I mean, take 4. Lookout's the Ring Bearer, which is pretty good. They scry a lot. We draw Lash the Balrog. Oh boy, what do we do? So, the elf will scry and loot on every attack. But obviously the knight is like the card that's going to kill me faster. It's also a legend for Rivendell. I can't leave the 4/4 in play, right? Like, our spell density is super high. Yeah, we gotta kill this. Say go.
What's your elf I see?
They get to scry and loot. They scry bottom. They loot. Discard a land. Take 1. We draw a single card that amasses. Our snowball starts again, and Gron turns on too. So, or we draw a land. That's cool too. Totally fine. No problems here. I'm not even gonna attack. 'Cause they have like the flash creatures too. Just say go. It's like the flash 3/2 elf. Or Gandalf. Gandalf's also really good. This is a killer game. This is just an absolutely brutal game. Alright. Take 4. We draw another land. This is gross. Our deck is quite good. Playing 16 lands, as we usually do. Draw Navigator, yeah. There are currently 4 lands in our deck, yes. 5 lands left. And all of these good spells. A lot of good ones. Where my Shuffler Conspiracy Theorist at? Discarding a captain. Yeah. Alright. Take the damage. Ah! We got a Shuffler Conspiracy person. First time chatter, Volbeam says, part of me believes that the Magic algorithm does this to prevent you from getting 7 wins. Why would they do that? What benefit would that be to them, you know? Counter, alright, sure, whatever. Alright, yeah, I mean, we're dead. That's pretty bad way to go, but whatever. Melissa says I'm more of a 50% win rate person. That's... What do you mean, Melissa? Birthday escape. Draw a card, yeah. Maybe they deck by accident. Oh, you're joking. All right, good. I was going to say, the algorithm is specifically designed to keep you at a 50% win rate because that's how ranked play works. You should always be playing someone who uses the same skill level as you, you know? The reality is, though, we signed up for a card game, didn't sign up for a chess game, so here we are. Gift of Strands on Gandalf to kill me, sure. Mem says if you're 50.1% win rate or higher, you'll get to Mythic. Well, yeah, things are not always exactly where you're supposed to be, you know? That's not true, actually. If you win like 47% of your matches, you'll make Mythic pretty easily if you play a lot. Because there are points where you can go up, but you can't go down. So eventually your losses and wins will be in the right spots, so you'll make Mythic anyway. So you can make Mythic with a sub 500 record pretty easily. All right, well, that sucked, honestly. That was obviously not a very good end to our draft there. That was very, very good. But we had one game we were mono black. We drew a single mountain, we won. We had one game we did true 1,000 lands. So 5-3, pretty unhappy with that, honestly. I think that deck was quite good and definitely pegged for 7 wins. But that is the reality of Magic. Sometimes again we're not playing Magic, we're not playing chess, we're shuffling cards. And let's hop on over to untap.gg after we claim our prizes here. Take a look at our deck. Went 5-3. I think his deck was very, very good. We had double March of the Black Gate, a lot of good removal spells. Not this the craziest sacrifice theme, but our deck was just good. We just had good cards. Gimli, never drew Eomir. Fell Beast, only cast it once. Double March. I would expect this deck to get 7 wins a lot of the time, especially in lower levels. But yeah, so that's Magic. It happens sometimes, you know. It is what it is. So we lost 3 in a row there too. Yeah, it's a brutal game. So whatever. Episode 3 in the books. We're still in silver. Episode 4 will be when I return from too many games next week, and then next week is all Bronze and Mythic. Literally every day, 8 hours a day, Bronze and Mythic until the run is done before the ladder resets, and then I can get rid of my Pro Tour prepping as well too. So that's the deck. Awesome. You folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all great.